It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders on Thursday night primetime.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Set to go is the kicker, Ramiz Ahmed. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. They're led out by a QB who made his starting debut all the way back in 2012. You weren't still playing then, were you, Brock? He's found plenty of touchdowns since then. It's Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade has started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
Cousins' first play is going to the air. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on third, Cousins. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL. We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now Daniels off the play action. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. D. Alford getting there for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This is Eckler on second. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good out of the gun, Daniels. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch down to lead to his first catch. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. The marker maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the red zone now. He's on the move. Gets himself free. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Ramiz Ahmed for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Ahmed ready to send this flying. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. First and 10 now from the 30. Motioning him from the slot right. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Trying for the deep ball. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And it sets up second down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Able to get it to Moore. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Falcons will have a first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Got a man. It's Drake London. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
Complete to Drake London. It's a gain of 17 yards.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Into the hands of Pitts. Bouncing football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there. Raheem Morris in strong disagreement with that call. He's going to challenge this.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So Raheem Morris got him to look again, but no change in the call. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Now Cousins again. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Chris Rodriguez now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here comes the Washington offense after the field, ready for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's caught, Eckler. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. To throw, Daniels. It's taken in by Eckler. And they get this down to the 28. Gets to pick up a 14 yards as the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders trying to make some noise before halftime. They're now set for 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 19. Throw complete to Eckler. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. Dump off caught by his back. And this one doesn't go far. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll throw it again. The back grabs it. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Eckler has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Ahmed now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Ahmed ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throw reeled in by London. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo after the field goal. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Rodriguez on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
On the give, here's Eckler. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Putting a receiver in motion. They're going to toss it to Eckler. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. A.J. Terrell making that stop. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff now to Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Staying with Eckler. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got it in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Eckler. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Trying again with Eckler. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. It's all lined up. Ahmed ready to send this flying. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. First down throw for Cousins. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. That one's complete to London. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Moore going to motion over right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He'll take the option to the right on 2nd down. Oh, the football's loose. And the Falcons scoop it up.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. They had to punt it away last time out. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing now following the turnover. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
That just...
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running with Eckler again. And they bring him down around the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Run here with Eckler. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Now, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Eckler running dead ahead. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now Eckler has some space inside the 15. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on first. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders up by 11. 2nd and 6 coming up here. On the run, it's Eckler. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Third and a lone yard coming up. This is Eckler. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Commanders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experience that a lot. But on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Ahmed now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders push their lead to 18. It's all lined up. Ahmed ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Able to get it to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 29. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after a short gain. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Now Cousins again. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Cousins. Got a man, it's London. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Falcons will have a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
All set up now for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. Throwing his Cousins. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? And they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Looking to throw, Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Now start the drive with Eckler. And he works his way for a gain of 4. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.